Hey there, friends. Get ready because I'm going to hit you with a ringer straight out of the gate today. And I want to ask you a loaded question. What fills your cup? Like, what brings you joy? What sparks joy for you in your life? What do you actually like to do for fun? Is that blowing your mind, those questions? Because most women that I talk with don't actually know. They feel like they are so swept away and drowning in motherhood and their to do list and all the things that they're like, they hardly even know who they are anymore. Right. And so many moms, maybe even you, are in that place of feeling so burnt out and honestly, truly in a desperate need of a slowdown. God has been speaking to my heart about slowing down since summertime and just kind of whispering to my heart, what might it look like if you slowed down, if you experienced just a little bit of some slower living, some more purposeful, more intentional, slower living, a slower living lifestyle. And it was so interesting because someone had posted on social media a picture of this beautiful book. And the book is actually called Slow Down. And it talks about these little moments in nature. And so I had purchased a copy of the book, and we actually have made that our motto for this homeschool year. And we've been reading through the book, just one little story each and every day since we began this homeschool year. And I'm just kind of in this place and this space, my heart and my head, everything in me is just kind of craving a slowdown, a break, even. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Sometimes I forget about the seasons that even in nature, we have seasons. God created all these beautiful, wonderful seasons. And some of them are seasons of slowdown and seasons of rest. We see that in the fall and the winter, those cozy, slow seasons. Sometimes I forget that rest is actually important, that it's like this beautiful, wonderful cycle of the seasons, and that rest is actually a really important piece of that. I have this tendency to live fast and with insane amounts of drive and passion and to go, 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 go. I've recorded podcast episodes at 3 and 4 a.m. in my closet while my family was sleeping because I'm just in this place of passionately go, go, go. And I feel like it's finally just catching up that really, like I said, my soul is just craving a slowdown because the truth is, we all, even I, need to take a break sometimes. Even I need to take a break sometimes, speaking to myself. And that is just what I am absolutely craving in this season is a long, beautiful slowdown. Because while it's totally okay to be passionate and to chase your dreams, I am all about that. It's also okay to let up just a little bit. It is okay to be wife and mom and to enjoy that and to savor those moments and those years and to realize that being wife and mom is actually, as a woman, it's your number one mission field. It's okay to be a homemaker. It is okay to be content at home, raising up your babies, cooking the meals, taking care of and finding joy in your home. That is okay. I feel like that needs to be shouted from the mountaintops. Now, I'm definitely not against the moms who are working outside of the home by any means. But those of you who are stay at home moms, a lot of times it's spoken as, oh, I'm just a mom or I'm just a stay at home mom. We have to break that verbiage around that. You're not just a mom. Let me speak to your heart that you're not less than. You are so much more than just a mom. Even if you stay home during the day with your kids, bless you for doing that precious and holy work. It's incredible work. It is life-giving and it's precious and it's important and sacred and holy and it's producing good fruit. It's okay to not want to go 100 miles an hour all the time. It is okay to be home and to slow down and to be content. Women and moms, we wear a lot of hats, whether we work outside the home or whether we stay at home. We wear so many hats as the wife and the mom. And the world kind of screams at us that we need to be good at everything and that we need to do everything, that we need to perfectly execute every hat we are wearing fashionably and with style and with perfection. That's such a lie. It's such a lie. The truth is that God has us in unique places and stages, and He simply calls us to lean on Him and to keep growing in Him. We cannot do it on our own, and it is so dang stressful trying to. It's stressful trying to juggle all the things, trying to figure it all out, and trying to do everything right and perfect. And so, all this is to say that for me right now, God really seems to be calling me toward a season of rest and growth in Him. He's calling me to lay down all the busyness, all the things that are taking up my time and my attention, and to focus on growing in His word and His wisdom, and to focus on being wife and mom, and to focus on living just a little bit slower, and to be a faithful steward of where He has me in life right now, to reflect more and pray more and to stress and hustle much, much less, right? To lean into the really good stuff and the hard stuff and the deep, rich stuff. And so, all this is to say that I am pressing pause on the podcast for the time being, and I'm so at peace with this decision. And I want to let you know that it did not come lightly. In fact, my daughter, when I told her about this, she said, "Mama, is that going to leave a hole in your heart?" Because she knows how much the podcast has meant to me and how passionately I have worked for hours on end to bring you incredible episodes week after week and year after year. Really, this podcast has been an absolute joy and a dream to create. It has stretched me and grown me and blessed me. And I really believe that it's done the same thing for you, the listener. That is my hope and my prayer. I want you to know that the podcast itself is not going anywhere. It's going to remain on all the podcast platforms. And there are over 200 episodes for you to listen through, episodes on marriage and motherhood and Christian living and homeschool, minimalism, how to live a joy filled life, and so much more. I've been creating episodes for 4.5 years now, which is so wild. It's good, but it's so wild. It has been an absolute passion project, but also, honestly, it's been a lot of work and it's just simply time for a break. So you might be wondering if I'll still be over here creating things. Absolutely. That's the truth about it. God put this untamable creative spirit inside me, and I literally can't go very long without the urge to create something. So be sure to take a peek at my website once in a while to see what's new and what I'm up to. That website is katiehedrick.com. I would love to see you over there and you can just see what all is new and what's going on. But I am also, though I will still be creating in some fashion, whether it be with my kids or digital resources or products, whatever it might be. Although I'm still going to be creating some, I am going to be still some. I am going to practice contentment and gratitude a little bit more, and I'm going to very purposefully slow down. In fact, I am actually really excited to explore deeper this concept of slow living, purposeful, joyful, intentional, slow living. When the kids ask me if I want to play cards after dinner in this season, I am going to answer with a resounding yes instead of no, I can't. I have to go work. I have to go produce. No more of that. I'm going to answer with a yes, and I'm going to spend that time with them. I'm striving to be a more intentional wife and mom in this season, little by little by little. Because the thing is, when you do things little by little, it adds up to a lot. I have seen that in our homeschool. Oh my goodness, in so many ways. Things like teaching your kids how to read and watching them learn little by little by little by little. And then boom, one day they're just an incredible reader, but it didn't happen overnight. It was little by little by little. That's how I want to live my life. And I know that it's going to bear good fruit. So let me leave you with this question. What if you slowed down just a bit with intention? What if you lived just a little bit slower on purpose? What if you focused on contentment and gratitude? What if you paused to actually look for joy? You will find what you are looking for. And what you focus on is what grows, and it's what you create more of in your life. I pray that this episode gives you the encouragement and maybe even the confirmation that you need to be brave enough to take a break, however big or small it needs to be. Maybe a small break is what God has in store for your heart to just restore you and rejuvenate you. Maybe it's a little bit longer of a break that you need to take in your life. Taking a break doesn't mean that anything's wrong or that anything's wrong with you. It's just a season. And that's where I'm at. And I am so at peace about it. I have no idea how long this break will be. I am absolutely trusting that the Lord will lead my heart and guide my steps and direct my path. He's been so faithful to do that. He's been with me every step of the way in my life. And he's been the wisdom behind every episode of this podcast and behind every resource and everything that I've created so far. And so I'm going to link up all my resources for you in the show notes. So be sure to go check those out. There's a lot of good stuff there waiting for you. And with that, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you so deeply. And I am sending you a great big hug from behind my microphone. So keep on living with deep faith and great joy. And I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now.